Welcome to Bang TV. We're here today at Dwayne Dynamics Boxing Gym in Brixton. We're here to interview Don Davis, a former boxer. His son, Richard Davis, will be commencing this interview. I hope you enjoy it and stay tuned for more boxing news. Okay, I'm here with legendary Don Davis, former boxer, came from Jamaica. Dad, also, he was my dad, as you know. What was it like coming here in this late 60s, 70s, and did you have aspirations to be a boxer?
Well, first I'm Jamaican. I had an old guy there who was overweight named Kid Ralph, Bunny Johnson, and all these guys, Kid Lepanda, and I just loved the gloves. And, you fight, and when it finish, it finish. I used to go to Boys Town School, it's the same thing. If you have any problem there, you gotta fight, and then bring out a pair of gloves. So I'd love to glove them from ever since I was in Jamaica.
Okay, and when you came to England, you found a gym and a coach. And what was your coach's name?
Well, I don't remember his full name because it was the first gym I ever went to. It's Bradfield Club, and I just lived not far from it. But them style of boxing, I didn't like it. And I only spent about 2 months there. And I go to the Thomas of Beckett. But if you don't have no experience, they will not allow you to train. Gym, Toby's gym. And that was Tom Daly. And him said, well, come down. And I went down there and he started showing me things, and I go and pick it up. When I go indoors back, I try them out. And in space of 1 year and 6 months, I apply for a British license and get a British license.
But you didn't have a professional amateur career?
No, never fight amateur, never fight none of them. Just get the... I want to fight, so I get a pit. And I start a fight. And I mean, my first 4 fights, I fight one fella.
And what was that?
Well, I don't know, but they beat me 3 times, and I was going to quit if I couldn't beat him. But after, I forgot who it was, Billy Walker, so was having a fight. And they wanted me to fight this fellow again. And I went there and beat the fellow. That's my first win in England. It was amazing to me to beat a fellow like that. And then hold up my hand in the air and said, oh, the winner, so and so. And from there I just continue going back and forth and so.
How many hours a day do you reckon you put into the training sessions you did?
Well, the training is not like how the training here, no. You go to the gym Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you'll train, and you train out here one day, then you don't want to see you at the gym. So you know that is a day off, and you go home and relax and that. But the next day you got to be in the gym, and bag work. You got to do a lot of bag work, skipping, floor work. Not like what they do now, they do too much. On up, they done all that. Yeah, you go home, and the first thing you have is a pound of steak. So, yeah.
Steak?
Yeah.
I remember the steak. I do remember the steak. You used to come home with a wrapper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Chip wrapper, so a newspaper wrapper, right?
Yeah.
That's right. And you'd come home with that steak, and Mum would prepare that steak, and we'd all slice it up. And we'd have a taste of your steak. I remember that fondly.
Like steak, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember at the Thomas of Beckett, there was only 2 bags, right?
Yeah.
And as a youngster growing up, I remember seeing some of the great British fighters coming through there, including yourself. And then the later ones, like Maurice Hall.
Yeah, Henry Cooper.
Yeah, I remember him.
And the next lightweight champion here, Vic Andretti. Them was all these kind of fighters here. And Henry Cooper and his brother.
That's right, I do, yeah.
Used to come down there. A lot of champions, Emil Griffiths come there. You know, a lot of American fighters come to that gym. And you just watch them. Sugar Ray Leonard come there. And, you know.
Yeah, didn't he spar with Mr. Christie?
No, it was just exhibition, taking picture, but didn't spar. Those pictures them take. Kind of was like
the star boy, innit?
Yeah.
Boxing.
But again, boxer, they listen. Oh, I even know if Christie is listening when I tell him when I was going to fight Kayla, I would beat Kayla, but he's a stubborn fella. And that with box. Oh, I even know if Christie is listening when I tell him when I was going to fight Kayla, I would beat Kayla, but he's a stubborn fella. My trainer, Tom, if him say jump on one leg, I jump on one leg. Never ask him why, I just do it. I know why. And I'm sure a lot of stuff. And so, whatever Christie could beat Kayla when he fights him, but didn't listen.
What about Dennis Andrews?
Well, him is all kind of problem him gives still, you know. One day in the Beckett, him come to me and say, listen, and I haven't got my license for what, 2 years. And him come and says, I'd like you to train me. And I says, oh, I said, I'm not so experienced. But him say, yes, he want to do it. And so I said, all right. And I started training him, win most of the title, British title.
European, I do believe, isn't it?
No, and then we win the British title, and then I'm out to fight again because them said the ring was a bit small. So in the next month, him out to fight. And then him get a belt outright, 3 fights, and so. And then him go to the States, and came back over here, and he came back with an American trainer. I forgot his name. But then when I go down and started talking, I couldn't speak to him, because him said that is his trainer. So
Was that Emmanuel Stewart then?
No, this fellow over here, his son, Margin fighter today.
Okay.
And so I just got on there, I couldn't say nothing to him. So he get a fight for the European title, and he get a draw, and everything finished. The fellow go back to America, and in about 3 to 4 months, them nominate him for the world title, WBC title. And then for me, I say, oh, would you like to do it again? I said, come on, man, because it's boxing. And I trained for the fight, and I win that fight. And from him win that fight, I only see him about twice, never see him again.
That's boxers. I think.
Never see him again.
Yeah, I think with boxing in this generation, it has changed.
Yeah.
Loyalty is not there anymore. And that goes to speak for most trainers around the world. What was your greatest fight, you think?
Fighter? Well, I fight, he was a former champion. He came out and knockout of a fight over here for world champion. I can't remember his name. And then when I go to Vienna, I'm fighting the Vienna champion. And get a lost fight to him. So when I come back over here, they want me to fight a fellow named Kamel Kamachi. I can't remember his name. And then when I go to Vienna, and so they want me to come down to say 10 stone 6, and that was struggling to get down to 10.60. And when I go to the morning for breakfast, you just have 1 egg, 1 piece of toast, and sip 2 cups of tea. You couldn't eat. And then we go to the fight, and them say he was a bit quick and fast. So I'm going to prove to them, say I'm quick enough, as I can move as quick. So when I went there, I started to dance around, move around, and him could match my speed. So I decided to slow it down and say, okay, let's see if him can punch like me. And probably in 6th round, fight finished. He was out, and the other American, I forgot his name, he knocked out the same fella who I fight before, And so when I come back to England, I couldn't get a fight. And the next time I go back to Austria, I've got to fight this former world champion, Eddie Perkins.
Okay.
And he was a former champion. And he knock out guys over him, knock over. And then when I'm fighting him, I lost him on points. But when I'm fighting to him, he was so clever. He was so tricky inside. You know what I mean? And I started thinking, I said, yeah, you know, this guy, to beat this guy, I gotta be tricky as them. And come back to London here and well, I couldn't get a fight, just couldn't get a fight here.
Do you think it was because of your colour or because you was that good?
Well, boxing in those days, you know what I mean, they'll watch you and them have a fight, and I fight tough guys, you know, college champion, when you see him, he's tough. But I am like, yeah, you're not going to knock me out. You can beat me on points, but knockout is not my thing. And I've got what, 40 fights in 7 years. I never been knocked out. I get cut eye and all that. But knockout is a thing I didn't go for. And what I'm teaching the guys, the fighter them today, is my defense. You can hit me because I'm in front of you. I'm trying to, and I work with a lot of great trainers. See?
You've been to the Kronk, I know.
Yeah, I don't go to the Kronk, but when I was in Las Vegas, I was training in Florida. And we go to, but when you go there, it's a total different thing out there. And Dan King was the promoter. Lennox Lewis was fighting the same night, and so forth. And what's his name? Our Eastman. And he's again, if you listen, him could beat Joppy. That's what the fellow named.
I remember that fight. That was in
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And he could beat that fellow, but stubborn, you know what I mean. And then after the fight, I don't see him. Him just disappear again.
What is it with these boxers though? What is it with them that the way they are, their attitude towards boxing? I mean, we have lots of fighters around the world that are good, but only good ones produce the titles and win world titles.
Yeah.
I know there's different personalities and different attitudes, but what makes a good fighter?
Well, you have to listen. It's a thing that if you don't listen, it's not mine. But when like in America, when they tell you to do one thing, you have to do it. They don't make you, if there's a throw left lead, you gotta just keep on trying to look until them tell you says, try left right. And sometimes one whole week you have to do the same. That's all Lennox when he was here. His trainer, sometimes that's what Lennox do in the gym, just left on alone. Master it, and when he fight, he was good.
I remember him at the Henry Cooper.
Yeah.
When I was young, and I remember him going through those drills. Yeah. And I think that's important to boxing today. I think boxers in this day and age get easily bored of the same situation, and I think they want to learn too quickly.
Yeah.
But if they have taken the time to learn the trade properly, I think their boxing would be a lot better.
Yeah.
You know. And why is it do you think that the boxers, obviously you're one of the most technical boxers in the world now, I assume, and some of these boxers don't know you. What does it take for them to understand the coach and the means of what they do?
A fighter, useless, and you build him up to a stage that people start to look at him and write him. And by the time you realize this, him don't want to talk to you again, who bring him from here. I've got, listen man, if I count how much fighter I bring to here, and after them start to get a little bit better, they don't even say hello. I've got, it's so much to them. Today, as Lennox Lewis was saying about Joshua, and him say Joshua needs somebody to make him step another step line. No, I can show Joshua things where him can't believe it would be done, but Joshua won't come to me. I am, what them call it? Alright, them probably have a name for them. You are not up to, as black guys, you are not up to the black standard. Them feel prouder when it's a white trainer and them in the ring, and so them feel prouder. But a black trainer is in there, looking after them as good as the white guy, probably even better. But them look at you and say, well, if I stay with you, probably not going to get no money. And so. But it's not money. The fighter who I like to train and them go and win a title. I don't look at the money. I look at the title, the skill, you know, the power, the relaxation. That's when you walk from the ringside and you go in, man, your heart, I say, yeah, man, beautiful. And the other people will go and say, no, it's not money. Money will come, but I don't look at money at all.
And, you know, I've had some scenarios where I've noticed quite a few young boxers, young coaches, should I say, of today. I think they lack the experience that you could actually give them in terms of boxing. What is it about them, the coaches itself, especially the young coaches of today?
Well, the young coaches, they must, I don't know what I'm following, but I'm following different things. Like, in my days, you had to fight 15 rounds, and then drop it down to 12 rounds. And I'm seeing them do more training than the guy who is doing 15 rounds. But when we do 15 rounds, we don't train like these fighters today who are doing 12 rounds. Not so. And if you go back in 1811, and this fight, when they fight in England here, him fight 50 odd rounds. And the crowd is a black guy. The crowd went in there and beat him and threw him back in the ring. And him still fight and lost another 5 rounds. But him couldn't, through them beat him up like that. And so forth, and then them give him a return. The biggest money in England here is 1811. 600 guineas for a return. And then when you look at it, the guy, the white guy when he's fighting, he have a big plank like that, bag, and he's up the hill, run up and down the hill. When you look at the black guy, you know him is? He was into a pub, sit down just like that, and he have about 5-6 women sit down in front of him, and them drinking and so forth. And then the night of the fight, him on the last 3 rounds. And that fella become a papa in England, he beg on the street and so forth. And when I see this thing here, like, you know what I mean? I say for some of my, well, I don't worry about black and white fighter. Any fighter, I'm going to treat him the same because it's boxing, the skill, the balance of it, how to punch, how to move, how to train, how to skip, you know, I mean, what to eat. And I eat a lot of fighters now, I'm eating so much different stuff I never know. All I do is steak. Yeah. Steak and chips, steak and bread, steak and that. And if you don't want steak, you may go back to some of your Caribbean food. But you can't eat too much of it because it put weight on. So we just keep it quiet that way there. And it's just how I grew up with boxing.
Okay. And one more thing, what do you think about modern day fighters of today? What do you think the difference between them and the older fighters in your days?
Well, if you look at the man that trained in the Cooper, he trained at least more than 30 champion fighter. I have a lot in the Thames of Beckett, he trained a lot. And then when you train today, and some of the fighters, what they're doing, they burn out themselves before they even reach a certain age. Because the amount of work they put in for, I don't have to run to do 6 rounds of boxing. I don't have to run nowhere to do it. If them say 6 rounds, and once I used to work at night. I work 1 week night, 1 week day, and I still have to run. And then one day I was going to work at 6 in the evening in Bermondsey, and when I was going, a car blew up and said, "Oh, there's a fight, it's on, would you like to fight?" And I said, "Oh, I just heat," and said, "Still get," and I go home, get my kit, and I was in the arena, and the fellow was very good. He might fight me over 6 rounds, but then it never mattered to me. I get a fight and then I go home, and I just keep doing that, and I've got to run. And in England here, when you go to run nowadays, people wear trainers. We never know what they call trainers. You wear a boot, Dr. Martin boots, that's what we're running on. And
Wow.
Because it keeps your foot from turning over. Even Lennox, when Lennox come, you see him want to run into a trainer. We say, no man, and we take him to shop at Campbell Green and buy him a Dr. Martin. And said, that's what we use over here. And the only thing still have it.
Okay. All right, Don, thank you for that. That's episode 1. Look forward to episode 2. We'll get more details. Thank you, Dad.
I hope you enjoyed that interview. This is Bang to Bang TV, the home of everything boxing. Please like and subscribe for daily updates